Not looking too good for you, is it, Dad?
Can you please be quiet? I'm trying to concentrate. Listen to the wind out there.
I hear it.
You won't show up in the storm like this, I bet.
Maybe, maybe not. Check. Mate!
This is why I can't stand about living out here in the middle of nowhere like this. And when it starts to rain, the roads get flooded and no one can get here in time. And what do those politicians do about it? Nothing. I guess our 3 votes just don't count.
Never mind, dear. Maybe you'll win the next game.
Sounds like you made it after all.
Sergeant Morris, my wife, and this is my daughter, Hikari. Glad you made it. We thought you wouldn't make it in a storm like this.
Storm? This little shower? You wouldn't think much of this if you've ever been holed up in the Bombay during the monsoon season.
Did you live in India a long time, Sergeant Major?
21 years has been gone. When he started out in the army, he wasn't a day older than Hikari then. Neither was I, for that matter. We started in the whale house together.
Well, time flies. Time flies.
I'd like to go to India. Maybe see all those old temples or catch one of those holy men performing miracles.
You're better off here.
But he must have all kinds of great stories to tell.
Does he ever? What was that story you started telling me about the other day, Morris? About a monkey's paw or something?
Nothing really. Nothing worth hearing.
A monkey's paw?
Well, it's just what you might call magic, I guess.
Magic?
It looks just like an ordinary little paw, all dried up.
So what's so special about it?
It had a spell put on it by an old holy man. He wanted to show that fate ruled people's lives, and that anyone who interfered with fate would be sorry. He put a magic spell on the paw so that 3 people could each have 3 wishes on it.
What do you wish on it then?
I have.
And did you really have your 3 wishes granted?
I did.
And has anyone else wished on it?
The first donor had 3 wishes, yes. I do not know what the first 2 were for, but the third was for death. That's how I got the paw.
If you had your 3 wishes already, that thing's no good for you now. What do you keep it for?
No good reason, I guess. I did have some idea of selling it, but I don't think I will. Besides, no one would buy it. Some people think it's just a fairy tale, and those who do think anything of it will want to test it first and pay me later.
If you could have another 3 wishes, would you use them?
I don't know. I don't know.
Hey!
Better let it burn.
If you don't want it, Morris, then give it to me.
I won't. I threw it on the fire. If you keep it, don't blame me for what happens. If you're smart, you'll throw it back on the fire.
How do you do it?
Hold it in your right hand and wish aloud. But I'm warning you, you won't like the consequences.
Sounds like the Arabian Nights. Why don't you wish for a few extra pairs of hands for me?
If you must wish for heaven's sake, wish for something sensible. But I do not want to be here to see it. Now can we please get back to supper?
Well, Morris is quite the storyteller. He almost had me believing that one about the monkey's paw.
Did you give that disgusting thing back to him?
I tried to, but he wouldn't take it, and he told me again to get rid of it.
Get rid of it? And give up our chance to be rich and happy and famous? Wish to be an emperor, Dad, to start off with. Then Mom can't boss you around.
Thanks a lot.
I don't know what to wish for, and that's a fact. It seems to me I already have all I want.
You'd like to pay off the mortgage, though, wouldn't you? Wish for £200. That'll do it.
This is ridiculous. No harm trying, though. I wish for 200 pounds. Moving my hand. When I wished on it, it sizzled in my hand like a snake.
Well, I don't see the money, and I bet I never will.
You must have imagined it.
I felt it. No matter. I'm alright.
I don't know why we listen to that nonsense. How could wishes be granted in real life? And even if they could, how could 200 pounds hurt you
It
anyway?
could drop on his head from the sky.
Morris said that it happened so naturally that you might think it was a coincidence.
Well, I've had enough of magic and fate and monkey's paws for the night. It's time for bed.
Good night, then. You'll probably find it tied up in the middle of your bed, Dad, with some horrible creature squatting over it, watching as you pocket your ill-gotten gains.
A couple of bills so far, but no check for 200 pounds. I suppose Akari will have more of a funny remarks for you when she gets home from the factory.
I'm sure she will, but the thing moved my hand. I swear to that.
You thought it did.
It did. There was no thought about it. What is it?
Somebody outside. A woman in an old cloak. I've never seen her before, but she's acting very strange as if she can't decide whether to open the gate or not. Here she comes up the path now.
I've come from Mom Megan's. They asked me to speak with you.
Is anything wrong? Has something happened to Hikari? What is it? What is it?
Now, calm down. No point in jumping to conclusion. I'm sure our visitor hasn't brought us any bad news.
I'm sorry.
Is she hurt?
Badly hurt, but she's not in any pain.
Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness for that.
She was caught in the machinery.
Caught in the machinery? Yes? She was our only child. You know this is hard for us.
The company wants me to convey their sincere sympathy with you and your great loss. I hope you know I'm just doing my job. The company wants me to tell you that they disclaim all responsibility and take no liability. But, in consideration of your daughter's great work, they would like to give you a certain sum as compensation.
A certain sum? How much?
200 pounds.
Come back to bed. It's cold out there tonight.
It's colder for my daughter. The paw! The monkey's paw!
What? Where?
I want it! You didn't get rid of it, did you?
I think it's in the room. Why?
I've only just thought of it now. Why didn't I think of it before? Why didn't you think of it?
Think of what?
The other 2 wishes. We've only had one.
Wasn't that enough?
No, we'll have one more. Go and get it and wish our girl alive again.
You're insane.
I want my daughter back. I want to see my child.
You don't know what you're saying.
We had the first wish granted. Why not the second?
It was a coincidence.
Go and get it and wish.
She's been dead for 10 days. And besides, I don't want to tell you this, but I only could recognize her by her clothes. She was mangled up in machinery. If she was too terrible for you to see then, how would it be now?
Bring her back. Do you think I would fear my own daughter? Wish.
It is foolish and wicked.
Wish.
I wish my daughter alive again.
What's that?
Amos, she's a mouse on the walls.
It's Akari. It's our daughter.
What are you gonna do?
It's Akari. What are you holding me for? Let me go so I can open the door.
Don't let it in.
How can you be afraid of your own child? Let me go!